All right, welcome to 2.04, slope for parallel and perpendicular lines. So we're going to go through some properties and definitions of parallel and perpendicular lines, identify their slopes, and that's about it for today. So we're going to start off with parallel lines. So parallel lines are lines that never cross. Lines that never cross. Never cross and they never intersect. That means when we're looking at the coordinate plane, these lines go in the same direction, but they're different because they have a different y-intercept or different b value, right? And we note this by this little arrow here. These blue arrows tell me that these two lines are parallel. And because they'll never cross, that means that they have the same slope. So it's a really easy concept. That means, for example, if I have the first line of the first slope, m1, if the first line of the first slope is 3, that means the slope of line 2, that's also parallel, will also be 3, right? Same slope. Another simple example, if let's say our slope is negative 2/3, for the first line, that means the slope for the second line is going to be the exact same. So m2 will be negative 2/3. Same slope means it's parallel. All right, for perpendicular lines are special lines. They intersect at a 90-degree angle. That means they make this little box thingy, right? And perpendicular lines have slopes that are opposite reciprocals. Opposite means that they have different signs. That means one is positive, the other one is negative. And reciprocal means they're flipped up each other, flipped fractions. So let's go through some example. Let's say the first line has the slope of 2/5. The second line is going to have an opposite reciprocal. So let's start off with opposite. So the first one's positive. That means the second slope will be negative. And reciprocal means we're going to flip the fraction. So the 2 on top goes to 2 on the bottom. The 5 on top, the 5 on the bottom now goes on top. So m2 will be negative 5/2. That means these two lines are perpendicular. Let's try another example. What if m1 was 4? m2 will be opposite. So let's go from positive 4, we'll now go into negative. And 4 isn't a fraction, but we know it's 4/1. So I'm going to flip it, and now the 1 comes on top, and the 4 goes on the bottom. To go ahead and take a second to process this, these are definitions and properties of parallel and perpendicular lines.